Ladies and gentlemen, this is TAE Media here, back with another video and voice cracks for Riverdale Season 3. According to a new source I required just recently, there are like 3 new kind of spoilers for this season. Number 1 is the cult storyline this year will not just be Betty's. In fact, it'll be tied into the Serpents history. You know, she will be the main focus, obviously, of that storyline, with her and Jughead being the king, queen of the Serpents. But it will tie into something to do with the Serpents history that will, pretty much put Jughead in the number 2 spot, and you'll be seeing the Bughead front united as the season goes on, regarding them two going forward. The other main storyline of the season is going to definitely be with Archie and Veronica. Obviously, Hiram's Legion of Doom, from what I understand, is only being a forefront in the first couple episodes, and then will not be coming back around until the end of the season. Apparently, they're going to be a main. They're pretty much just going to be like a constant annoyance to the group going forward, and it's not going to be as big as everybody thought it was going to be. You take that, how you will. But the second spoiler, real spoiler, is that Archie is getting some kind of new rival this season. We all thought last season Nick St. Clair was going to be that, but he only appeared in like 2 or 3 episodes tops. Apparently, this is going to be a new a new dude to put a shamble in the current standings of Riverdale's hierarchy in school or something like that. I have no idea. And from what I understand of the character description, is that he sounds like pretty much a version of Reggie, just not complete jock. In which case, I don't know why we're doing that. We already have Reggie. Why not just have Archie and Reggie be actual rivals instead of this unstoried frenemies thing we already got? But moving forward from that, the third spoiler that feels like an actual spoiler is that Cheryl and Tony will be facing the most obstacles this season as a couple. Apparently, they're going to be taking a spotlight in the first few episodes, or the first half of the season, somewhere in the middle, I believe is what I read. They'll be taking a sure role. Nice pun. They'll be taking a sure role versus the brothel that Mrs. Blossom has set up in Riverdale, or is setting up in Riverdale. And apparently that's the first part of the Legion of Doom they take on, is Mrs. Blossom's brothel and Claudius's drugs. I'm still personally waiting on the twist where Claudius turns out to be actually Clifford somehow, but maybe we'll get that down the line. Regarding the Legion of Doom, the only way I see that surviving through the entire season is if we one by one dismantle the parts of them. I think at the end of the season, all that's going to really be left is like the Ghoulies and Hiram. I don't think the Ghoulies are going away anytime soon, especially if we're turning the Serpents into some kind of like hero group, is what we pretty much tried to do in season 2. They really kind of delved. They mentioned in the one episode that the Serpents have a history in Riverdale. They're like a what do they call them? They have a historic footing in the town, and I guess we're going to delve on that more this season. Instead of harping on them as a what they were initially in the first season, which was a biker gang, and then they were a gang, and now they're some kind of activist. I don't know. It's a little messy there, but I tend to let that stuff slide with Riverdale, especially when they deliver all the other great stuff that they do. Cheryl and Tony taking on the Blossoms. They also have these obstacles regarding the entire school, I believe is also what I've seen. They're going to be getting like the school and the Serpents. Cheryl is going to be, or Tony is going to be dealing mostly with the school, I guess, reaction. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's because they're bisexual or whatever it is. How that's supposed to be an obstacle. I'm guessing that's what it is. I have no idea if it's not. The Serpents will not be accepting Cheryl right away, apparently, because that one actually makes sense logically, because she didn't, from what we've seen, she didn't go through the trials or the initiation trials, whatever, and didn't do the serpent dance, that Betty and I think we're supposed to assume Tony did. I have no idea. And to that effect, that I'm actually interested in that Serpent storyline. Cheryl and Tony, proving themselves or proving herself to the Serpents. Hopefully, they do a better job than what they did with Jughead. The school stuff, man. I know a lot of people want them to go back to the school, but it's hard for me to care. Like the whole class president thing last season. Even though Archie won. Archie's my favorite character on the show. I really don't care about the school president stuff. Never really did. I'm tired of all the politicking in Riverdale. The mayor stuff. I know that'll be a fixture between the Lodge family, Hermione being mayor and Hiram being the kingpin of Riverdale, and Veronica, being whatever the hell she's doing with Pops. I have no idea what they're doing with Veronica. I haven't heard anything, read anything, seen anything regarding Veronica's character, really, besides the fact that her and Archie are having a pretty stable relationship. Archie is going to be, what they're doing with Season 3 is what they're doing with, is what they did with Season 2 and 1. It's going to be an entirely different genre, and Archie is going to be in sort of like a... I can't narrow it down to one particular film, one particular prison film, for Archie to feel like he's in. But it's going to be it's going to be like a prison film for Archie, while he's in prison. After that, I have no idea what they're really going for with him. I imagine he's going to be, the Batman or Superman that's taken down Hiram's Legion of Doom. I really hope that him and Jughead are more connected this season. I think they really stabilized the show, as do Betty and Veronica as teammates. So in theory, I'd like all the core four together, and that's what we're supposed to get this season. But even if it's not all together, I'd rather have just two teams. B and V and A and J. Besides that, there's really no other spoilers going into Season 3 that I can see. We should be getting a legit trailer within the next month, somewhere in early September. The show starts in early October. Everything that I've seen so far, it seems like we're going to be getting a lot tougher season. Yeah, I like that word. A lot tougher season, as in we're going to be getting a little bit more violent, a little bit more hard-hitting, I think that's what we're getting from this season. They will definitely be harping down on the whole, violence with the prison and with the ghoulies and the serpents in the cult. So, if you're not into the violent sort of thing, I understand. I, for one, am more into the more violent side of Riverdale. I prefer that this show be dark more than light. I think they had a great balance of that in Season 1. I think the misbalance of that in Season 2 is what, bogged it down a little. I think if they return to that, which from what I'm looking at, they are on the way to doing, it'll be a great season. I prefer this to be the dark show of the CW. I really think with the Vampire Diaries Originals universe over that Riverdale is going to take that spot as the dark, edgy teen drama that everybody wants to see every week. I think it already really has, but I think it'll step up a little bit more. Regarding that, that's all that I know about season 3 so far. And in that case, this is DA Media. I'm out. Peace.